Hello all, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. Today we're doing the new event, the Dragon Ball Super Memorial Battle. This one's versus Broly. We're going to do an attempt versus the other stage as well, at some point. But we're just, getting this one in for today. This was actually, to be completely honest, my third attempt. This is also a shorter video than it would have been initially. I've had, to be quite honest with you guys, the most horrible day with technology. At first, there was a storm last night and it knocked out my power for like 12 hours. So that set me back. And then, my computer just randomly decided, and like my recording program randomly decided to just say, fuck it, we're not gonna detect your audio no more. So I had to fix that as well, and unfortunately one of the victims of my audio not being captured correctly was this video. Now it should be just this video. I should be able to record the other one perfectly fine. I'll make sure to double check and stuff before I go too far in. But yeah, unfortunately, the audio is sort of, I guess you could call it, corrupted on this one. So I'm having to do a voiceover here, and I didn't want to have to try and re-voiceover. It was about like 40 minutes initially with the other two attempts. So yeah, I think the first team I tried using was, I tried doing the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta double lead with Shrink Bulma, Tech Gohan, Hercule, AGL Super Saiyan 3, the Super Easy A Goku, and who was the last? I can't remember off the top of my head, honestly. But yeah, that was our first team. And obviously, you can see this one is different. We're actually going through that other one pretty fast. Oh, God Goku, that was the other character. We were going through that other one pretty quickly, and things were going well. I just ended up getting tagged early on the first run. And then the second run, what happened was we got into the fourth phase, and we got pretty deep into it. But I didn't know, because this was my first impression of the fight, I didn't know I had dodge cancel. So I just ended up getting nuked by 2 million super that I couldn't dodge. So that screwed us a lot. We ended up going one with kind of a team. This one's a bit slower, but it was also a bit stronger. And we ended up, getting the win here later on. Yeah, I thought this event was going to be easier. It wasn't necessarily hard. It just, I got unlucky with, ended up getting tagged early on before I'd been built up, and then also, I didn't have the knowledge that this had dodge canceling, which I'm fine with. I would have, still kept that as a, video, like, oh, fuck, dying last moment, because I didn't know that it had dodge canceling. I'm fine with showing my sort of losses and stuff here. I just, the audio corrupted, and I didn't, quite frankly, I did not want to voice over about 40 minutes of audio. Because I don't want to just have a bunch of dead air. I don't know. It doesn't seem... I'm not a big fan of that. Just having a bunch of, like, sort of dead moments. I mean, you guys probably want to watch the gameplay, but I also, as the creator, feel like I can't just have moments It's just a me thing, I guess, where I don't really feel like having moments where there's just like no talking, and I mean, I wasn't about to talk for 40 minutes on a voiceover, so yeah. But we came in here with a different sort of setup. The previous 2 attempts, I was trying to do God Goku and one Super Saiyan 2 Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, and the other setup was Tech Gohan and the other Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. This time, now that I changed my leader to the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I decided what I would do was, you know, put him slot 1, and then have Vegito and Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, you know, cover for them while they build up. The one bad thing about this, and it shows here, I'm glad I started talking about this now. The one bad thing about this run was that I wasn't able to build up Tech Gohan, because, you know, by the time he'd rotate back in, the rest of our units would kill the phase before he got the chance to stack. He only stacked like 1 time here before later on. Which, you know, he doesn't end up costing us the ROM or nothing like that. You know, he still does fine, but it was unfortunate. He doesn't look as shrunker as he normally would. Just how we had to sort of set our team up, because we definitely weren't going to rotate either Vegito or, you know, the Z-Bomb duo here. So yeah. I did a video on these guys the other day. I really like them. Before I had them 55%, I still don't have the GT bomb duo, believe it or not, despite all this time. And I was going to coin them at some point, but I ended up deciding against it. Which, you know, probably is for the best. By the time I would have gotten them with the coins, that, you know, they're starting to age out a little bit. I do feel like they're still good with 50% damage reduction, but I just feel like this unit, you know, infinitely stacking defense is better. But yeah, I wanted to try to use them some more throughout this anniversary. I hadn't used them in a while since they were 55%, but now that I got the 2 dupes in them, I'm actually pretty impressed with their performance, and I think they're still a viable option even today. You might have to, you know, play around their first or turn or 2. You know, they're going to be a bit weaker, but after that, they're going to be able to start thinking normals, and supers is still an issue for them, no doubt. But if you get lucky, or, you know, you decide to stand by them, they're still more than runnable, I think. So now, initially when I hopped into here, I was like, okay, let's you know, you don't need the full like super or anything class for this run necessarily, but I wanted to do a full super class run at first. Obviously, we have Int Boo here. I couldn't find a sort of last unit I trusted that wasn't like dodge, but I didn't want to get screwed over with you know, our unit not dodging again at the end. And we do have Int Hercule here, but he is also pretty tanky, so I was fine with bringing him. But yeah, we're going through here. Another unit I actually really liked here was Shrink Vegito. I actually have not gotten too many opportunities to use them since they're easy. I've used them a couple times, but it just, every time I've used him, he hasn't impressed me nearly as much every time I've used the Boo-Tank's Buhan unit. And I'm also someone, when I can, I do prefer villain setups. I like my villain units. I always have. So, you know, I do. I have gotten a significantly more playtime with Boo-Tanks, and I have sort of been a bit down on Vegito, and I still think that's a bit warranted. The base form is kind of weak. They stack pretty slow, and you need the stacks. But once you transform, and we do transform with him here, he's still that guy, like 100%. After we transform with him, he completely controls the fight, even on the rotations that he's not on. The Scouter is still extremely good, and it ends up actually, I think, saving the run here. Not this specific turn. It's either it's one of the turns. I forget which one it is, but if not for the Scouter, I honestly would have kept Super Saiyan 3 Goku in slot 1, and the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta in slot 2. But the Scouter showed me that we were going to get hit immediately, and I think it's the 4th phase that this happens, which, as good as Super Saiyan 3 Goku is, and even though he would have had guard and 30% damage reduction there, he does still need a super, because he's only, you know, 200,000-ish, whatever, start of turn. He still would have died. But because of the Scouter, we do end up, you know, going into our standby and throwing them in slot 1, and they tank it perfectly fine. So, you know, the Scouter does really control the fight, save it, you know. He is still that guy in Vegito, it's just the base is nowhere near as powerful as it should be, in my opinion. But he can definitely still have his uses. You know, another thing I did try recording today is, and I did talk about, you know, having the audio issues and whatnot earlier. I waited until my power came back on to look at Jiren's details, and I tried recording it like a breakdown video. I'm on global, so I won't be able to see him for a while, but I do want to try and do like actual breakdown videos now that the sync is getting closer and close, because I mean, my thought process of not doing, I haven't been doing these Dokkan videos for too long, mind you, but my thought process so far of not doing the like breakdown videos is like, you know, these units are more or less already out on GP, you know, the breakdown videos for them have already been out for months, you know, I just didn't feel like there was a real purpose, I guess. But now that new info is coming to the versions at the same time and stuff, I do feel like that is something I want to explore. I don't know if how like consistently I'll do them, and you know, how much in depth they'll be or whatever. But I did record. It was a I think 28-minute video going over Jiren's details and the sub EZAs. So it was pretty decent, pretty in depth. But the audio was completely gone, and that was after I tried recording it, and then the power went out in the middle of me recording it, and then it didn't save. So I just gave up on it for now. Next time there's you know, a big batch. I'm like probably gonna do it for like just one unit, I don't imagine. But next time there's like a big batch, I'll try and record another breakdown video. I do want to try and do that for the channel. It'll be a bit different, but, you know. Oh, interesting. You know, I am doing the voiceover here, so I didn't realize this actually does play Blizzard. That's YouTube doesn't like Blizzard. You know. It's what's it is? Hey, you know, copyright. So I'll have to try and make sure to mute the audio at this point for the game. Or I guess I could just leave it. It's technically not an issue since I can't, you know, monetize, but I do still like to try and avoid copyright issues where I can. But yeah, we're starting to get deeper into the fight here. Yeah, this was a turn we didn't get too lucky with orbs, but I think we do still finish him this turn, or at least this third phase, and then, you know, we go into the fourth phase. But yeah, I mean, once we're in Vegito here, you can see, he didn't cook so much that right there, but the other turns, he, you know, is just really doing all the damage, damn near, and he's able to sit in slot 1 after you get several stacks from him. So he is pretty good in Vegito. It's just the base form is not my favorite. Oh yeah, I think it's this turn, yeah. I totally would have kept Super Saiyan 3 Goku in slot 1. Cause you know, I like stacking units as much as I can. So I totally would have graded and stacked more with them. 1.1 million defense or whatever, not enough. You know, I love stacking units. I would have stacked more. But I do like living. So, and winning. So the scouter really saved it. You know, I still used the standby and threw them in slot 1, and they just cover it very well. I did want to try and aim for the finish skill, the Super Spear Bomb here. We did not get it, unfortunately, because Super Vegito is really strong, and he just like critted the fuck out of the, you know, the Broly trio here. You know, all those counters really do pop off. So yeah, which I don't know about you guys, but you know, I've played this game for a long time. There's a lot of animations I still like, even older ones. I think one of my favorite animations to this day, and I think it's the 18 key attack of the 5th anniversary Strength Gogeta. That animation I really like. It's all, you know, it's really fluid or whatever. I don't know, I've always really liked it. It's really good animation. This is another the sort of Z Boo duo. I really like them as well. Their animations are all really good, especially the Super Spear Bomb and the KO screen. I mean, that KO screen is probably like my favorite in the game to this day. Full stop. It's just really fantastic. Which is why it was unfortunate I didn't get to use them too much in the past. Which is why I'm going to try and use them as much as I can this anniversary for the rest of it. I think they'll be able to hold up in the harder content as well. I don't, maybe like Gogeta, I won't be able to use them, but I will try to use them in stages. You know, I do want to switch up my teams and stuff to keep things fresh. I mean, it'll be the same sort of teams. I don't have too many, a wide variety of really good teams, obviously, but I do want to try and keep things a little fresh. But it's not like I'm going to be using them in every stage or something, but I will be trying to use them when I can. Yeah. They're, well, you can... Yeah, Vegito just... Vegitoed. I don't... Not too much to say there. He still, once again, he still is that guy once he actually fuses. But you just have to actually fuse. Because before that, he's the, you know, the base a bit weak, but they still dominated the fight here. I would have the audio corrupting is still really nice, but I hope the voiceover was enough here. I do like to try and avoid doing these when I can. I like doing the sort of life mic. It's better for getting my thoughts on the actual specific ramen stuff. I can talk about Dokkan generally without it, but it's harder for me when it's not live mic. But yeah, I hope this still is serviceable. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.